Title: The Invisible 50s, Unmasking California's Homeless Crisis. Not young, not outsiders, just homegrown Californians. TLDR, a bombshell study, the biggest in years, is blowing the lid off the real face of California's homeless crisis. Spoiler alert, it's not what you think. Close to half of California's unhoused are over 50, and a shockingly high number of them are Black residents. Did you think most homeless people are young adults, coming from out of state for better services? Think again. Almost 90% lost their homes right here in the Golden State, with the majority still dwelling in their original counties. You know what the main barrier to a roof over their head is? Drum roll, please. Skyrocketing housing costs. With the spotlight on the very fabric of the homelessness issue, a colossal predicament stares us right in the face. Nearly 500,000 folks don't have a place to call home in sunny California, with a sizable chunk of them being over 50. Shocking. You bet. But it gets even more mind-boggling. A whopping 41% of this group first experienced homelessness after hitting the big 50. So what's pushing our fellow Californians over the brink? Here's a head-scratcher. Our minimum wage warriors would have to grind nearly 90 hours a week to afford a simple one-bedroom apartment. It's a sad fact that for many, the cost of living had become insurmountable before they lost housing, with a heartbreaking median monthly household income of $960 in the 6 months before homelessness. How long do you think you could last with that? It's a wild ride from being just another tenant to sleeping under the open sky. Almost half of those surveyed were not even on a lease before their lives took a turn, crashing at a friend's place or living with family. Those with leases had a shocking median of only 10 days' notice before losing their homes. Imagine only having 1 to 10 days to scramble for a solution. Could you make it work? Apart from dealing with homelessness, many of these individuals also grapple with significant trauma, including mental health issues, physical or sexual violence, and limited access to healthcare. 1 in 5 who use substances want treatment but can't get it. How can we better care for our neighbors? But here's the kicker, folks. Despite only making up 6% of California's general population, Black residents account for a staggering 26% of the unhoused. Native American and Indigenous people, along with Latinos, are also disproportionately represented. Why is the burden of homelessness not equally shared among us? This crucial study, conducted at the request of Governor Gavin Newsom's administration, but with no state funds, doesn't just put the problems under the microscope. It suggests some solutions, like affordable housing for extremely low-income folks, expanded rental subsidies, eviction protections, and more. Claudine Cipollone, who experienced homelessness firsthand, hopes the research will pave the way to more effective strategies for folks transitioning out of homelessness. So, let's wind up with some food for thought. As Californians, how can we step up to support our fellow citizens facing homelessness? And how can we begin to address the racial and age disparities within the unhoused population? Isn't it time we stop turning a blind eye to this crisis?